Hello guys, how are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear the dogs? I think they know when we are going to do any live thing and they just go for it. Awesome. Thank you for being here. I've been so excited for awesome, so everyone can hear. I've been so excited for this class. As always, I pre-channeled a bunch of things from Isis and from Horus and from Mary Magdalene, and I will read that. I have it on my phone here. I'll read that for you. First, I will go explaining along the way because they have some different names for stuff, names as they used back then, and I'll go explaining that along the way. And if you have any comments, leave them here on chat. I'll be checking that. I don't have Flavia to help me today because anyways, I think she's taking the class with you today. And yeah, by the end of it, we are going to do that fast Q&A. So if you have any questions regarding that subject, we can ask them along the way. As always, I am a little, not very here, not very there, because I have Isis and Horus and Yeshua and Mary Magdalene here in this room with me, and their energy sometimes is just so overwhelming, and I get distracted very easily, and sometimes they use me to speak things. So yeah, bear with me. So for the end of this class, I'm going to be talking like a crazy person as usual, because I'm reading my notes, and then we'll give space for questions. But if any questions arise as you are listening to whatever it is that I'm saying, just leave them here in chat. Okay? Everyone good for us to start? Let's go. Okay. My nose is running a little today. I don't know what's going on. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is alchemy, because today the class is about the alchemy of Isis and Horus. And from what I know, it's been practiced all over the world, but this kind of modality and this particular practice was brought by Isis and Horus. So I think that's why it's called that. But they channeled that information themselves. So who knows when it started, right? And it's been practiced all along history by very famous beings that no one knew about. That's how they achieved longevity and resurrection and all kinds of things, and miracles and healing yourself and others. That's the kind of power that you can be aware of, is the word, because it lives in you already. So that's the kind of power that you can be aware of in your present incarnation. And that's how Yeshua resurrected. That's how he went through that quickening without actually dying on the cross. That's how Horus as well did that. I know that Saint Germain had some connections with it as well, and it's been practiced all along. And we could talk forever about, like, Mary Magdalene, for example, and the whole concept of her being a prostitute because of those teachings. But also Mother Mary was initiated in this sort of magic, as we call, and Grandmother Anna. So everyone in that lineage, they've been initiated. So this is very, very fascinating to me. But anyways, so the first thing that I asked Isis was, what is alchemy? And she answered, sorry. Alchemy is a process that allows you to access dormant parts of your own DNA and your own divinity. It is a creation designed by divine beings so humans can understand this wisdom, first of all. So they can use it to make their own process of enlightenment, as you call, possible in a practical way. This is a transmutation, the rebirth. It makes you into a phoenix, so you are constantly transforming, growing, and being reborn. Alchemy is within everything. Each breath that you take is alchemy. It's not complex. Alchemy is the easiness of the breath, for breath is life. Alchemy is in the flow of sound, for that is what you are, and alchemy is in the power of light. In all the elements, in all that you are. It is very simple. And you can choose the aspect of alchemy you want to use. You can choose what alchemic process you want to use to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in this incarnation, to access your full power, to access a beautiful relationship with what you call your higher self and your divine aspects. It is what allows humanity to have this communication, to have this means to an end. Alchemy is within everything. So this is what Isis had to say about alchemy. I will provide this PDF file on the class post, like this last post on this class on Patreon. So you can read it for yourself and take notes and just, if you want to have this information written. Then Horus came forward as well to answer about alchemy in a channeled message that I received a while ago, and he wanted me to bring this up here because it's very relevant. Horus said, alchemy is no science. It is divine truth brought into the unreality of the dream to help humanity find that which they have been seeking since before time was. It is a natural process that occurs within the blink of an eye at all moments in every dimension of every reality. It is the easiness of the breath. So both of them said that particular sentence. It is the easiness of the breath. I need water, sorry. So that's why they teach us through breathing, because breathing is alchemy. It's very interesting, right? Everyone doing good so far? Yeah, the PDF files are very, very helpful, I guess. You're welcome. I have it already, so it's just uploading it there. Okay, so then the next question that I had for Isis, and all of them really, was what is the alchemy of Isis and the alchemy of Horus, and what's the difference between them? So Isis answered, there is a small distinction between the two. The alchemy of Horus was mainly practiced alone. The alchemy of Isis was practiced with initiated partners of the same sacred alchemy. So the alchemy of Horus, you practice alone. The alchemy of Isis, you practice with another partner that is initiated on the same sacred alchemy that you are. You can, I feel the answer arising in Isis is saying that you can practice it with a partner that is not aware of it, and you will manifest things for yourself the same way. But the thing is that when both are really connected and really aware of that kind of power that they are both harnessing at that moment, it creates a whole nother level of alchemy, let's say, of transmutation. And yeah, she's saying move on and we talk about it later. She's kind of bossy sometimes. Okay, so she's saying, this is what humans have been calling sex magic or secrets of Isis. All it is in truth is a way to access your full divinity using your own power of creation, your sexual energy. The sexual energy is one of, if not the most powerful source of creation at humanity's disposal. If lovingly, respectfully, and deeply accessed, this energy can create what you have been calling miracles for all these millennia. This power source lives inside your body, your physical body, or what we call the Khat. I think, I will write it down for you here. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong because the way that I hear it's like Khat, but let's call it the cat so it's easier for me to pronounce. That's your physical body. That's what they call your physical body. I'm gonna read again. This power source lives inside your body, your physical body, or what we call the cat, and your energetic body, or what we call the ka, which is K-A, is your light body. And we call this energy, the sexual energy, Sekhem. Sekhem. The way that she pronounced like Sekhem, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm starting to drop weird names. She's explaining now what is the Sekhem. Sekhem is your energy, your power of creation, your sexual energy. It is what created you, what creates universes. Being aware and being in love with this energy allows you to access everything within you, therefore everything at all. By getting your kat, your physical body, aligned in perfect unison with your ka, your light body, by allowing their frequencies to match and feed from each other, you can access the depths of God within you. So by energizing your light body and your physical body with this sacred, powerful power of creation, that is your sexual energy, you can access this alchemy, is basically what she's saying here. My voice. It's going kind of crazy today. Okay. You can access this so-called magic with easiness if practiced accordingly to your divine nature, free from any judgment and any fear, completely free from guilt and shame. This is the first thing that you must work on to practice sex magic. One must feel safe, loved, and free to express within themselves, first and foremost, and afterwards with a partner. This is the first thing to master. So that is why by the beginning of those classes, like the class number 1, they wanted us to keep a journal and to get in contact with our own sexuality and to explore that and to see if there is anything that is blocking you from exploring your sexuality, if there's any shame attached to it, if there's any guilt, if there's any trauma. That's why they've been preparing us for this, because this is the first thing to master. It is feeling absolutely comfortable in your sexuality and accepting yourself as well and loving yourself and not feeling any shame, guilt, judgment towards sexuality at all. So this is the first thing to master. The second thing to master is your breath. God works through your breathing patterns, through the awareness of the air that comes in and out of your physical body. This is why we will first teach you a breathing technique to aid in this mastery. So that's why they want to bring a breathing technique for this class, because it's the second thing to master and very, very important. The third thing to master is the mind. Opening space for the mind of God to act is important. Just as important as quieting the ego mind so it doesn't create from a place of fear. Breathing also helps on easing the chatter of the ego and allowing the God mind to create from the infinity of your love. This is when visualizations come in handy. Giving the mind something else to focus on is a good trick to reprogram the ego to work in your favor. And that is why this is the second thing that we will teach you today. So that's why she'll give you a visualization to work through. And I thought that this was one of the most fascinating things that I've ever learned, because it's like you are reteaching your ego something instead of just like kicking it to the curb, like, I don't want you. No, it's reprogramming your ego and working with your ego in a loving way. So you give it a beautiful visualization that it will distract the ego and, oh, like, this is beautiful, let's do this, instead of just throwing it aside. I think that's just brilliant. I love the way the Isis works, by the way. The fourth thing to master is the Sekhem, the sexual energy. At the point of culmination of pleasure on the physical body, the magnetic energy field emanating from your sacral chakra is malleable, useful, and powerful beyond measuring. Connecting with this energy is the first step to take. Feeling comfortable in your sexuality and really accepting the nature of it as a tool to work with for your enlightenment gives you access to this force of nature, as some call. Again, that's why they wanted us to explore that first. Once you feel this powerful connection with your own source of creation, you can start manipulating this energy to feed your ka. So you will start manipulating that sexual energy in a way that it will feed you will generate that energy to feed your ka body, your light body. And that's why it's so powerful. The ka then becomes a physical manifestation on your kat. So your light body then becomes a manifestation on your physical body, bringing what you call the ascension, what we called sahu. I'm going to write it here so it's easier. The sahu is the realization and oneness within oneself. When you get access and understanding of all the aspects of you, understanding of your full divinity, when the fear of death no longer exists and you see yourself as being infinite, divine, and one with all there is. So you can never die and you never will. You can choose to release the body and you can choose to live for as long as you want. This is how we lived for so long. This is how alchemists achieved the eternal life. In truth, the Sekhem, the sexual energy, is the philosopher's stone. In this case, you will be the philosopher, the prophet, the alchemist, the master, the Christ. You have given it so many names throughout time. I have goosebumps all over my body because this is so fascinating to me. It's like she's expressing as if your sexual energy, this power of creation, is the philosopher's stone. It is what can and will give you, if you fully master it, everything like Yeshua did. You know, like these are what we call ascension, what people call realization. So interesting. And finally, you master the kat, the physical body. Once the gateway to God within is open in your awareness, you can access everything that your physicality has to offer with grace and flow. The body is no longer the master. The heart is. God is. This is all we will share for this class. Work with this for now. We will speak soon. I am Isis. I am you. So this is what Isis had to say. Now I'll go to Mary Magdalene in a second because Mary Magdalene is a little bit more, I don't know, saucy. So the first thing that Mary Magdalene wanted me to bring up is the power of the womb. I'll just read whatever I took notes of with Mary Magdalene and we'll discuss it. The womb is where women keep all of their emotions, therefore traumas too if there are any. The emotional condition of the woman is crucial for the practice. Her connectivity to her emotions is what brings her own magic to the table and what makes the whole process possible for her. Also, that's why feeling appreciated is important for the divine feminine in women and men, because of that emotional quality it holds. So feeling appreciated at the least is important when you are working with a partner in sacred sexuality at all, because the divine feminine in you feels nurtured and loved and cared, and that is like what makes the bed, let's say. That's kind of a pun, not intended, but yeah, that's what gets everything ready and set to go and to really fully access that power. You need to at least feel comfortable and appreciated by your partner and yourself, which is very, very important. She wanted me to talk a little bit about the magnetic energy that women have in contrast with the electric energy that men have. So women are magnetic. They pull and they absorb and they are nurturing in this kind of practice, let's say. And that is why it's easier for women to hold their orgasm, for example, or to have multiple ones, or all related to it. Men have this electric energy that is just forward, it's harder for men to hold their orgasm and all of that. So she wanted just to bring that up to see those differences and to see how it might be different between working, you not know if you are a man or if you're a woman and all of that. But I'll just read what Mary Magdalene had to say. She first quoted, "The womb is a physical manifestation of our sacred place of creation." It's very beautiful, right? I'll read again. "The womb is a physical manifestation of a sacred place of creation." So you can create everything with your womb. And that is why it's so important to heal it if it's harmed in any way, if it has any traumas, if it's... Anyways. Now I'll read what Mary Magdalene had to say about sex magic. "It is important to feel comfortable, loved, appreciated, and safe in those practices. Only when fully relaxed, one can have a complete experience of feeling of oneness with the Ka, with the light body, and the Ba, the higher self. Therefore, attuning to the frequency of God within." So they call here the higher self the Ba. So when you have those attuned, that's what she means. So the feeling of oneness with your light body and your higher self, you are tuning to the frequency of God within you. Sensorial stimulation starts creating the magnetic fields around the physical body to perform this alchemy. Taking time to hold the space for yourself and your partner is crucial, just as important as the touch. So they're saying that, first of all, thank you, Flavia, to doing that. I think it's very helpful because she deleted it. I just said thank you. Mary Magdalene distracting me. What is that? She's like, focus. Oh yeah, she was talking about how important it is to have this connection with yourself and to feel comfortable and all that, and how important it is to hold the space for yourself and for your partner, and how important it is what is the word in English? Foreplay. That's it. Because the tactic sensation, is that how you call it? I don't know if it's tactic, but touch is important because it helps creating the magnetic fields around the body to prepare you and the environment and everything else to practice this alchemy. So taking your time and doing this mindfully is very important. That's what she's trying to convey here. The magnetic field expands and infuses the Ka with this creative energy source. So the magnetic field of your tactile, thank you, Donald, tactile. The magnetic fields that you are going to generate using your sexual energy is going to infuse your light body. That's what she's trying to explain. Coming directly through you and your partner if you're practicing with one. When practiced by masters of sex magic, priestesses and priests, this magnetic field is transmuted to create, that being life, health, a different reality, abundance, etc. You can use it to create anything. It can be visualized as two serpents on the bottom of the spine. One is called the sun serpent and one is called the moon serpent, representing both the divine feminine and divine feminine within oneself. When fused together, they empower the magnetic field, giving it the energy necessary to transmute into creation. This is the two serpents technique. We will talk about it in further classes. What they don't want us to start working with this yet. They want us to have a better connection with ourselves and to feel more comfortable with breathing and all of that. But Mary Magdalene wanted to bring that up just to give you an idea, because maybe you researched about sex magic and it talks about the 2 serpents and the 4 serpents. And so many people call that Kundalini awakening as well. It's like this serpent energy that starts at the bottom of your spine, your root chakra, and it comes. And the way that I see it, it's 2 serpents. One is black and one is white. Yeah. And they go like this, and every time they touch in one of your main chakras in the body through your spine. So they come like doing this, and then they get here and they expand. But she wants to explain that better in a next class. Not today. She's just mentioning it because I think she feels like people will have questions about it. When practiced with a partner, sex magic unites the ka of the 2 together. Sorry, I jumped a thing. I'll start again. The chemical substances liberated by the brain during the sexual act opens up the pathway for those magnetic fields to travel through the ka, the physical body first, causing the sensations of pleasure and bliss, and then expanding it to the ka, reinforcing the light body with Sekhem and transmuting this sexual energy into manifestation during the ecstasy. Do you want me to read that again? Sometimes I feel like I'm not reading it. The flow is not. I'll read again. The chemical substances liberated by the brain during the sexual act opens up the pathway for those magnetic fields to travel through the physical body first. So those chemicals that the brain releases as you are having sex or anything really helps the magnetic field around you to expand and to be possible at all. Causing the sensations of pleasure and bliss, and then expanding to the ka. So first you feel it on your physical body, and you expand the physical body, and then it will go to your light body. Your light body is an exact replica of this body, but it has no matter. Isis is saying that, she's saying, we did not mention that before. Your light body is like a replica of this body that is only light, and it has no matter. When you are expanding your light body, reinforcing the light body with Sekhem, with this sexual energy, and transmuting this sexual energy into manifestation during the ecstasy. So you're going to use that culmination point of orgasm to infuse your ka body with the energy. That is basically what sex magic is using your orgasm to infuse your ka body with energy, so it's very like strong, let's say, and then it transforms into your it manifests into your physical body. So you have perfect health, you can perform miracles, you can reach what they call sahu, that is the ascension. Then she says, when practiced with a partner, sex magic unites the ka of the 2 together. This is also known as the 4 serpents technique that we'll also talk about in next classes. So when you are practicing with a partner that is also initiated, also aware, and is also practicing this alchemy with you, your ka body will become one. And that is how this was so mind-blowing for me. That is how Mary Magdalene helped Yeshua on the cross, because that's how he maintained the body and all of that, because she had such a strong connection with him, and they've been practicing sex magic for a while, that their ka body, like their light body, was like one. And if she was giving energy to her ka body, if she was in a place of surrender and love and gratitude and whatever, she could help him infuse his physical body with that light, with that love. It's just so interesting. That's when practiced with 2 partners that are initiated. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Then I will give you the breathing technique and the visualization that they sent me, but I'll just take a breather and do you guys copy? Is everything okay? Before I had this terminology you're using, I refer to it as cosmic sex. It's extremely beautiful and powerful, where I felt at one with the universe. Yes, absolutely. That's it. That's you feeling one with all there is. I understand myself so much more now. Yeah, it's very interesting, right? All of this came to me and I was just amazed. Because it really, really expands us. Okay, so everyone ready? Can we go to the breathing technique first? I just saw Yeshua, he's sitting there and he's like with his hands clasped and just looking at us, feeling proud, so loving. Okay. So the breathing technique is very, very simple. I'll read it first and then I'll kind of demonstrate. So you're going to breathe from the bottom of your spine up, counting to 3. Then you're going to hold your breath on the top of your head and release the breath down the spine, counting to 6. This is also called micro cosmic orbit breathing, Mary Magdalene is saying. So you will breathe with the front, like see the air coming from the bottom of your spine, like sit straight, and see the air coming from the bottom of the spine as you count to 3. And then we're going to hold it for 3 seconds, the top of your head, and let go by the back, counting to 6. So the exhale is going to be longer than the inhale. Let's do it together. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's all you're going to do. You can do it sitting down if you want to do it laying down. This is the first thing to use. Of course, if you want to use it during sex, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And sometimes you get even taken to places that you wouldn't even imagine. It's like feeling one with the universe, as Julie said. What they are advising us to do is like doing it not sex related first, mastering that first, because it can get a little tricky. By doing that many times, you may get many sensations on the physical body. They're saying it's normal. You will get a while to get used to that practice, particularly the exhale being longer. They say that it can get a little bit to get used to. And also, Mary Magdalene is saying that it can be very distracting during sex and during an orgasm, that you cannot think about doing that. So mastering that first and then applying it on a sexual environment, that it's easier, she's saying, but you can do it if you want. So this is the breathing technique. Inhale both through the nose. If you want to exhale through the mouth, whatever feels comfortable for you at first. They're saying whatever is the best. If you want to inhale and exhale through the mouth, do whatever feels comfortable first. But let's say that what you want to achieve is both through the nose. So and you even feel like this hiss. It's like a cat purring by the back of your throat. It's like the back of the nose. It's like it's like you're dying to get that last breath out. That's what you want, is what they're saying. Just by doing it like a few times, I feel hot all over. And we didn't even do the visualization yet. So everyone, do you have any questions about that? About the breathing technique? It's quite simple. I don't know if I'm explaining it in a understandable way, but I hope it's all good for you guys. And then we'll do the visualization. You can do it as you are breathing. So first do the breathing thing, and then thank you. You guys are so loving, so supportive. first do the breathing thing and then put the visualization into the practice. Let's say you are going to first just relax your body. If you're sitting down, try to keep a straight posture, but don't do anything that feels painful, harmful, or anything at all. If you want to lay down, do it laying down, and put your hand on your chest. See and feel how your breath is doing. Don't just go for this. Like, sit down, relax, and take normal breaths for like a minute before you do this, and be mindful of those practices as well. It's like, take this time for yourself, take this time to honor yourself, to honor your divinity and your humanity. So if you want to light a candle, if you want to use some aromatherapy or anything at all, like see some stuff, use crystals and all of that. So take that time as being sacred for you when you are doing these practices. Don't be like, oh my god, I have 10 minutes, let's do this. Look, take your time, watch your butt. When did I say that? Well, I did not say that, but it's kind of appropriate for the theme, I guess. Okay, so after you relaxed and you are in a good space, you start doing the breathing, and then you do the visualization with the breathing. I'm going to read what they said about the visualization. As you are doing the breathing technique mentioned before, imagine a fiery ball at the base of the spine, coming up as you breathe. Hold it on the top of the head, then visualize it expanding, sparkling as you count to 3. And then release the energy down as you exhale. Okay, so as you are breathing, like, you're going to visualize this fiery ball. I see it golden. You might see it another color. Whatever comes, it's the perfect for you. I see golden, like coming all the way as you count to 3. And when you are holding it on the top of your head, you imagine expanding. Like fireworks going everywhere as you count to 3, and then you release the energy down the spine again, and you do that. That's the visualization. Okay, they're saying that if you want an upgrade on that visualization, you can imagine. There are many other ways to do that, and whatever serves you, go for it. If you want to imagine as you are exhaling, if you want to imagine that energy just going out of you and infusing everything around you with this golden light, do that. If you want to imagine it infusing your Ka body, your light body, with this energy, do that, because in fact that is what you are working with. It's your sexual energy that is in the base of your spine. It's going to start going all over. You're going to start feeling it all over your body. So many sensations can arise. Mary Magdalene is saying it's all normal. All kinds of feelings are normal. If you feel aroused, if you feel like you are going to have an orgasm, they're saying this is awesome, you're doing it right. Because you're saying that people may get a little scared when that happens. So let's tell them it's okay. If you want to use that energy as you are exhaling, I don't know how to pronounce that word, exhaling, to go to a certain place on your body that you want healing. Let's say it's your womb, let's say it's your throat chakra, let's say it's a pain that you have on your shoulder, whatever. You can imagine as you are exhaling, imagine that energy going to that place. So if you have like a sore wrist, imagine the energy going there. That's also very powerful. But you don't need to complicate it, just do like 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, let go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And doing that just for like 5 minutes every day, it's going to be very, very helpful. You're going to feel, I'm sure you're going to feel all kinds of things will arise. Mary Magdalene is saying for the ones of you who have your source tones, if you want to work with that breathing as you are listening to your source tones, it's going to be awesome as well. Yeah, I guess that's it so far. So let me see. Mary Magdalene wanted me to comment on some stuff before we go to questions. I think I've pretty much done all of it. Yeah. So using this energy is very healing to the physical body, because what is going to happen is your physical body will start really feeling light, first of all. And it's like you are upgrading the frequency of your physical body to match your light body. So there's nothing wrong with your light body, right? It's always healed. It's always, that's the truth of you. So that's what you are accessing, and that's how you can manifest healing for yourself and others, as Yeshua did, and Mary Magdalene and Isis. Yeah, and then they wanted me to give the example that Mary Magdalene helped Yeshua on the cross, so by using that energy. Okay, so I would like to hear from you guys. How's everything doing for now? How is this resonating with you? Do you have any questions? Going to have to count to 20. Yeah, it's okay to just leave like the source tone playing as you breathe, you know? You don't need to count to your source tone, let's say. You can just leave it in the background. Just they're saying that you don't even need to be fully aware of it. It's like just putting some music to listen to, because in fact you are giving so much, you are stimulating your body and your mind so much with this practice that your source tone can go into the cracks, you know, and really work with your ego. I got a lot of this in a download prior to this class. It was all confirmation. Yeah, that's amazing. Like those beings that we know that we've done that in past lifetimes, and just by listening to it, you start imagining, just by seeing, oh, I remember that. It's very interesting. Deeply resonates. I have been sort of doing this already intuitively. Yeah, see, your soul knows. God within you knows. So we have a few questions. So as I said, Isis is here, Horus is here, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. They are the four ones that are very, very present right now, very strongly. So if you have any questions regarding this theme for them, we only had 4 questions on Patreon, so I'll read those first as you type your questions here. From Donald. Will soulmates be provided, or do we need to find and bring our own? Mary Magdalene is saying that those are agreements that you have prior incarnation. In a way, we can say that they will be provided. Your higher self is providing them. This connection that you will find with another being, as though it feels very unique, it can happen with multiple beings. You don't have only one soulmate, only one twin flame. That would be very limiting to say that. You are infinite beings of infinite power, infinite divinity. You will find many soulmates. Yeah. Let me see. It's been so interesting how this practice has increased in frequency and intensity this month. Yeah, a lot. Why am I worthy? I heard all of them saying, because you are God. You created everything. You create from your soul. Everything in your reality you bring from the infinite power of creation within you. How could you not be worthy? God is always perfect, always loving, always lovable. And that's you at all times, even if you cannot always see it. Is this breathing technique used to balance the masculine and feminine? Yes, it can be used to that as well. I think next class we will talk more about breathing techniques and visualizations regarding this, and they will give better things to work with for the divine feminine and masculine. But this one will be very, very helpful. Porque todos os sentimentos da minha relação são tão intensos. Não sei se está relacionado com o assunto, eu cheguei atrasada. Okay, I'm going to translate what Eduarda said. Why do all the feelings in my relationship are so intense? It's because you found one of your soulmates, one of your twin flames, and you have this agreement. This is Mary Magdalene answering you, and you have this agreement of co-creation. So that's why vocês têm esse acordo de que vocês vão co-criar alguma coisa juntos, e é por isso que sempre é tão intenso, independente se for uma coisa que a gente taxa como boa ou como ruim. That's why you help each other, is what they're saying. Let me see one of the Patreon questions. Do non-human beings appreciate sarcastic humor, or do they take everything literally? Depends on the beings, what I'm listening, because when the being is non-sentient, as we are sentient, mainly humans are sentient, even if we have fractals that aren't. They don't feel like we feel, so they have different kinds of humor, let's say. But they say that, yeah, they think it's fun to watch us, for example. They do have a sense of humor, but it really depends on the being. How do I let go of suffering? Isis is coming forward. She's saying, by allowing the flow of the divine to be present in every breath that you take. This is when you realize that you don't need suffering anymore. When you realize that you create everything in your reality, and you let go of everything that is shameful, everything that is guiltful, I don't know how to use that word, sorry. When you let go of the concept of karma, and when you forgive yourself for everything that you've put yourself and others through, you figure out that you don't need suffering anymore. Why would God need suffering? So you can just let go of it. You let go of it by allowing God, by allowing love, source, however you want to call it, to just be. And you see that everything is perfect. Everything is just as you created. For God is always present in your awareness. Do we have only one dharmic twin flame? They say no, because you are limitless and everyone else is. You might have chosen to have only one in this lifetime, yes, but saying that you only have one is very limiting. I would like to ask about divine union within oneself and sex magic without a physical partner, that a partner isn't required to create. Yeah, absolutely. You can work with yourself. You can get yourself to the point of the orgasm. You don't actually need a partner to practice sex magic. And this divine union within yourself is just a representation of your divine feminine and your divine masculine working together as one and not fighting against each other in your mind, let's say. So the more you are manifesting this union within yourself, the easier it is to work this kind of alchemy and to also work with a partner when you want to, because you need this balance within yourself first. So you don't need a partner to practice this kind of alchemy at all. I have found that being high on marijuana, I have such a hard time saying marijuana, during copulation assists me in reaching the highest ecstasy during orgasm. What do they think of using this as a tool? They say that if it's helping you, it's if it doesn't act as a numbing effect on your awareness, it's great. So don't. There's no. Mary Magdalene is talking, by the way. There's no shame in using tools. If this is a helpful tool for you, then yeah, do it. If it's harming your health in any way, then don't. Hillel does have a great sense of humor. He's very sarcastic and he's not 100% sentient. It's what we talked about last time. So he has this huge sarcasm, but a way to, I think, that making us feel more at ease in his presence. A lot of non-sentient beings have that, like mantis being. They are very not sentient and they don't even look like mammals. And when you see this mantis being, like it's actually like a huge mantis. It's an alien. And they sometimes, they just are super funny because they know we need that humor. A question from MC on Patreon. How can I better connect to Isis? She's saying, by connecting with the divine feminine within you, for I am the divine feminine in you. So every time you nurture yourself, you accept yourself, you love yourself, I am there. You can call me in and expect to hear from me. I come through rain. I come through rainbow. I come through earth and through flowers. I come through birds singing on your window. I come through the love, the motherly love expressed through you. I'm always there. You just need to quiet the mind, quiet the chatter of the ego, and accept that the voice that you're hearing is actually mine. I am a part of you. How could you not be listening to me? Just allow. Do I have one dharmic twin flame incarnating with me right now? I see at least one, but I think we would have to work with this energy a little deeper, like in session, I guess. I see at least one, maybe two. They don't give definitive answers on future things. Now the last question from Patreon, from Nikki. I would like to have a better understanding of why my body has had migraines since the age of 5. Oh, they're not even letting me finish answering. Yeshua is saying that you have your crown chakra so opened for so long, trying to diminish it is what is causing the pain. So maybe something happened when you were 5 and it triggered a fear response in your brain. Maybe you saw something, you communicated with someone, you know something related to the third eye and the crown chakra, and you keep trying to cover that instead of exploring it to its fullest. And that's why these migraines started there, and sometimes I still have them. Even though I do not have conscious thoughts of not loving myself and forgiving myself, I feel I better understand why my body is doing this. It's healing. Yeah. I feel relief from wearing a very tight hat to squeeze my head and cannot lie down. Yes. Yeah, they say that can be very helpful. because you feel like you're protected. So that's the thing. Why is it that you don't feel protected to have your crown chakra opened? That's what you should work on. That's what Yeshua is saying. Do they recommend a length of time to practice the breathing technique? They're saying in the beginning it's okay to just do like 5 to 10 minutes, don't go too crazy, and you can go increasing your practice. Mary Magdalene is saying to follow your intuition. Your intuition will let you know what is enough and what is not. You're welcome, Nikki. Am I a Lyran feline from Sirius? I don't think Lyran felines come from Sirius, but I feel you must have connection in those two. Those are big two, like Syrian beings and feline beings, and Lyrians and Pleiadians and Andromedans. We are all over on Earth. Do you guys have any more questions regarding sex magic or Isis alchemy? Do you have any questions for Isis or Horus, Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene? I'll give you a little time. If not, I think we're done for today. You're welcome, Donna. Thank you very much for being here, sharing your energy with us and supporting us. How can I transmute shame? They're saying that using that breathing technique is very helpful. So like breathing in that energy and letting it flow, and then when you are sending the energy to a place, send it to your heart, and you can imagine Yeshua is saying, imagine the color green as you're doing it, green and pink, and work with your heart center and expand it and expand the light. So you are using your own power of creation from your root chakra, bringing it up, sending it to the crown, imagining it exploding all over. When you are releasing that energy, send it to your heart chakra. That's what he's saying. Because you are empowering yourself in this practice, breathing in compassion for yourself is very helpful as well. The Alchemy practice, I don't know what that is, sorry. You're such a blessing, so are you. You're welcome, Hyan. Thank you for becoming a patron today. It's amazing. The breathing technique will help me with my crown chakra. Yeah, they say that yes. When you are releasing the energy, release with that intention is what they're saying. Keeping focus on your breath, and when you are releasing it, you release it to wherever it is that you have pain in your body, they're saying. Just excited to practice this and report. Yeah, I would love to hear back from you guys after you do this. You're so welcome. Is morning or evening a good time to do this? They're saying it's going to be very, very relaxing. So just keep that in mind, because you're going to feel all sorts of relaxed afterwards. So if you have to work, maybe it's going to make you sleepy. So maybe before going to bed is better for that. But if it's not a problem to you, then you can do it whenever you want. And if you are needing a break during your day, it's also good to do that. If you're feeling a little stressed and all that, just do this like 6 or 9 times. With intention to do so while feeling safe and grounded. Yes. Grounding is very important, and it's also very important to be open to receiving guidance from your higher self, is what Yeshua is telling you. So keeping this balance between the two, that's why this technique is going to help you. Oh, he's saying, he's explaining further, because you are working with this energy that is the bottom of your spine, that is your creative energy, and you're bringing its awareness all over, and it's getting in contact with your higher self, with your crown chakra. So that's why it can help you with that. Yeshua just described it. Sexual energy from the root through the chakra, going back through the heart chakra. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's it. This technique is very good for releasing shame. I didn't know the name of it. Thank you, Elizabeth. How can I free myself and live authentically? Mary Magdalene is saying, get rid of judgment. She's telling me something that she told me. It's like, I should tell you. She said a few months ago, it's like, you need to stop worrying about what others think of you. It doesn't matter. They will be a reflection of you, of how you feel and how you treat yourself. So that's when everything gets better, when we start treating ourselves with the same love that we want to receive. Yeah. Anything else, guys? This was fun. And a whole lot of things and new names and all of that. So I guess I'll give you guys some time to work on it. And next class, maybe we will do like this big Q&A so we can work through everything that we've been practicing and give you a new breathing technique to work with. That's what I'm feeling that Isis is going to bring for the next class, next month. I bought a yoni egg, but haven't had a chance to use it without remove. Oh, that's amazing. You're welcome, love. Yeah, that's something very powerful. They really wanted me to talk about that, so thank you for reminding me, Nikki. The yoni eggs, because what Isis wanted me to do was to just get a bunch of yoni eggs and bless them with her energy, perform those ceremonies with those eggs, and then provide them for you so you can work with them, being in a woman or a man's body. You can work with it, because the woman, you're going to introduce the yoni egg in your vagina, right? And man, you can just hold it in your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra. It's going to work the same way. And they wanted me to do that, and I thought I would check with you guys if you would be interested in working with that with me, because they wanted to also do those things. Let's say I would get rose quartz yoni egg, and you need to work on accepting yourself, you need to work on self-love, you need to work. So I will let them use my body to infuse exactly that intention in the egg. Oh, she's giving me goosebumps. In exactly that intention, I'll sync to it, and we'll perform this ceremony with the egg. And then she says that she will also she can also give us a class on how to use it, what practices we can work with our yoni egg, and how much it can help our physical body to heal, our womb to heal, and our divine feminine to live fully and its best, and how it can help balance the divine feminine and masculine within us. It's just so fascinating to me. I love it. I'm buying one for myself, and I'm starting to work with it so I can tell you guys how it all feels and all that. But I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And if you guys are up to it, yeah, totally, we can do that. I don't know when they will be available, because I want to buy them from a trustable source, because it's like a crystal that you are most likely going to use inside your body. So I'm in contact with a woman in Brazil that she harvests the crystal and she polishes it. So it's basically like a few people holding it, and she's so loving. She has such a divine mother essence in her. So I think I'll be buying from her. It would take like like 20 days to get here, and then we perform the ceremony. Maybe we can also do it together. We can do like a collective Zoom call, and we can do the ceremony together. There's many ways that we can work with it. Considering mine blessed by you. Yeah, you can also bless your yoni egg. I think I've been doing this as long as I've been alive. Yeah. Yes, I would like to get one. Have you used a yoni egg before? Yeah, I haven't used it in this lifetime, but I have seen how we used to use those in like 2000 years ago with Mary Magdalene, because Mary Magdalene was an initiated. She was a priestess of Isis, and she worked with sex magic. She was initiated in that kind of alchemy her whole life. And I have very vivid memories of that lifetime, because I was her first daughter and she initiated me. So sometimes she would just take me to those temples and take me to those places. She would love to take us to caves, because it has such a feeling that you are in Mother Nature's womb. And we would perform those ceremonies inside those caves. And we would use yoni eggs, we would use crystals for all kinds of healings. But I'm getting mine, so I'll report back. With yoni eggs, it can be helpful to carry it around in your bra close to your heart with your intentions before. Yes, absolutely. You need to create like a relationship with your yoni egg. We can talk much more about that later, but it's very helpful to talk to it and to bless it and to say you love it. And also, before you put it inside of you, ask your yoni, are you okay with that, and all of that. That sounds amazing to do a ceremony. Yeah, that would be amazing. I think it would be very, very good. Do you have a lifetime connected to Isis? Yes, most of us do, actually, but she's not giving me any specifics. Trying to connect there. Yeah, she's just smiling, and she's like, yeah. She's a guide for you now too. Okay, guys, so I think that's it. We have a healing ceremony here on Patreon on the 27th. We will be focusing on the throat chakra, on expressing yourself. If you're not aligned with chakras, it doesn't matter. It's just a way of opening yourself up to express yourself, your full divinity, and not being afraid to speak your truth. So Yeshua and Archangel Michael, they're both coming forward. My hair is attacking me. They're coming forward, so we are doing this gentle meditation, and they will use me to sing light language to align your DNA, is what they're saying, to open you so you can feel more free, let's say, to speak your truth. So that's on the 27th. Okay, so thank you very much for being here, for connecting. I would love to hear from you once you do those techniques, the breathing technique and the visualization. Let me know how you've been feeling. If you want to go back and watch the other classes, because now we've talked about more things, so they are advising on listening back or just reading about the divine feminine and divine masculine and how they interact with you, so you can work with it. And that's it. If you guys want to keep a journal of your path, they are advising that as well. And that's it. So see you guys soon. I love you. Namaste.